Hi, Mr. Wright here, and welcome to this set of IGCSE exam questions, which are about grades 6 to 8. So these sets of questions are perfect if you're approaching your exams and you want to practice questions on a range of topics, all at a certain level. So hit the link in the description, download the questions, have a go, and then watch my worked solutions. If you find this film useful, please hit like, and if you have any questions, of course, leave them in the comments and I'll respond. Good luck. Question 1. ABC is an arc of a circle with centre 0 and radius 8. AC is a chord. Yes, it is. The angle there is 120. Calculate the perimeter of the shaded segment. Right, so this is made up of two parts, isn't it? The first part is the straight line or the chord AC. I'll call that A, and I'm going to use the cosine rule to find the length of that. So A squared equals B squared plus C squared plus 2 BC cos 120. So I've got A squared equals 8 squared plus 8 squared minus 2 times 8 times 8 times cos 120, which gives me 64 and 64, 128 minus 64, 128 cos 120. So I can work out A squared on my calculator. And square root that. Square root of 192 gives me 8 root 3. So A is 8 root 3. Okay. Right, the second part is the segment of the circumference. So, well, the arc. So that's the arc AC. So the arc AC is going to have a length of a third of the circumference, isn't it? Because it's 120 degrees out of the 360. So it's pi times 16 over 3. So the entire perimeter is going to be made up of 8 root 3 plus 16 pi over 3. And I'm asked to give the answer to 3 significant figures. 16 times pi divided by 3. This gives me the answer 30.6 centimeters to 3 significant figures. Okay, that's question 1. Question 2. When a fair dice is shown, the probability of scoring 6 is 1/6. Yes, I agree. Right, we're going to throw 4 fair-sided dice. Work out the probability that he scores a 6 with at least one of the 4. Well, I'm going to work out the probability that he doesn't score a 6. So the probability of not scoring a 6 is 5 out of 6 to the power of 4. So the probability of him scoring at least 1 6 is going to be 1 minus 5 over 6 to the power of 4. And it's just a question of putting that into my calculator. 5 over 6 to the power of 4. And that gives me an answer of 671 over 1,296. There's my solution for question 2. Question 3, complete the table of values for y equals x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5. Okay, so if x is 2, then I'm going to have 8 minus 12 plus 5 gives me 1. X is 3, 27 minus 27 plus 5 is 5. X is 4, x cubed minus 3 16s plus 5 gives me 21. Okay, on the grid, complete the graph. Okay, well, when x is 2, now I have to be quite careful of my scale here. I see it's two little squares to a unit on the y-axis. So I've got 2, 1. So 2, 1 is here. Okay, and then I've got 3, 5 and 4, 21. So 2 squares up. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to continue that with a nice smooth curve like this. All right. Okay, good. Right, use the graph to find an estimate for the solution to the equation y cubed minus 3x squared plus 5 equals 0. So I need to find what x values make the function equal to 0. Well, clearly it's going to be the x values that give me a y of 0. So there's only going to be one solution, and it's here. And that looks to me as if it is minus 1.1. So my answer here is minus 1.1. By drawing a suitable straight line on the grid, find an estimate for the solution of this equation. Right, now, the line that I've got on the grid already, the graph I've got on the grid, is this one. So I need to rearrange the equation I'm given so that I've got on the left-hand side the line I've already got and see what expression I get on the right-hand side. Now, in order to change that into what I want, I'm going to need to have subtracted 2x from both sides. And I'm also going to need to have added 1 because a 4 has become a 5. So I need to draw the line y equals minus 2x plus 1 on my graph and see where my two graphs cross. Y equals minus 2x plus 1. Right. Okay, well, I'll do this in green, plus 1 on the y-axis, and so the y-intercept's 1, and the gradient is minus 2, which means that if I go 3 along, it's going to have to go 6 down. So that's 1 down to here. Okay, so I can join up these 2 points, and that will be the line y equals minus 2x plus 1. And the value of x which solves the equation is this value of x here, which looks to me as if it's minus 0.8. Minus 0.8. Okay, there is the solution to that question. Question 4. V is inversely proportional to the square of t. So that means that V is k over t squared. Express V in terms of t. Oh no, wait a minute. When V is 28, V is 28 when t equals 2.5. So I can substitute those values in. So 28 equals k over 2.5 squared. So that would mean that k will equal 2.5 squared times 28, which gives me 175. So k is 175, which means that I can return to my formula, and instead of k over t squared, v is 175 over t squared. And there is v expressed in terms of t. Work out the value of v when t is 6.25. Well, I know the formula now. V is 175 divided by t squared, so that's going to be 175 divided by 6 1/4 squared. Okay, so 175 divided by 6.25 squared gives me an answer of 4.48. And that is the solution to question 4. Question 5. The diagram shows 2 points S and T. The bearing of T from S is 0.43. Yes, it is. Work out the bearing of S from T. Right, I'm going to start by drawing a north line from T. There we go. Right, now I need to find this angle because that's the bearing of S from T. Lots of different ways you can do it. I'm going to extend this line up here, and now I know that this angle is equal to 43 because it corresponds to the 43 down here, and I know that the remainder of the bearing is 180. So the bearing of S from T is 180 plus 43, 223 degrees. And that is question 5 done.
Mr. Wright here. I hope you found those questions and worked solutions useful. If you did, this is one film of several in the series, so you're sure to find more practice if you want it. In the meantime, if you found the film useful, please hit like. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll respond. And if you'd like more of the same, please consider subscribing to the channel. See you in the next film.